Welcome to Morning Cup with iBenz Academy.
I'm Kara.
And I'm Ash. We're
Kash. Hi, everybody.
So this week we announced that we are offering some more classes, which is super exciting. We've got the Power Optics Workshop and the Instant Manifestation Workshop. But what we really wanted to talk about was the energies of iBenz Academy.
Yes, we've been doing some spring cleaning, shall we say.
Yes.
In other words, revamping the energies and looking at where are things flowing, where are things stuck, where do we have limitations, where do we have unlimited potential, and tweaking things, right?
Yeah.
So that's what we do.
So what we offer and who we are as iBenz Academy, that's not changing. We still offer a high quality premium product of the iBenz method material in workshop format. And of course we stay focused on community, connection, and completion with all of our classes. But with it, we also are looking at how, if you look back to the history of iBenz Academy, we offer maybe 1 or 2 workshops throughout the year. And there's not a whole lot else in between. There's not a lot of options.
Yeah, and it was very driven by topics at the time. So, for example, our first workshop was the Emergency Lecture Series. And that was a response during the, COVID situation on the planet. And there was a lot of focus on those energies for a while. But then, the situation changed, right? And that work, although there are some really amazing nuggets in there that are extremely relevant, especially as we all step into leadership these days, it's not quite as timely. So we decided to pull that and not run it anymore because the times changed, the situation has changed, and that was sort of the last we saw of that experience. Mm-hmm. So, then we kind of took a hiatus for a while, and then Inelia Benz announced the Instant Manifestation Workshop. This was the first time that she created the workshop for Walk With Me Now members. This was circa 2019, 2020. I can't even remember the year. Maybe it's 2020 to 2021. But basically she made an announcement of, I'm going to host a 10-day workshop. It's going to be amazing. Who's going to show up? We were like, we're in!
Of course. Yeah,
of course. It was super cool. And we're like, what does that even mean? What is instant manifestation? She's had many classes and spoken a lot about manifestation in other forms over the years, whether it's journey into manifestation or death and manifestation, basically conscious manifestation all around. So when we saw this workshop, we're like, oh, instant manifestation. Cool. So we got together as a team and thought, well, instead of just hosting this workshop once at the Shaman Shack in person, why don't we run with it and make it available to more people around the planet? And that's where iBenz Academy stepped in and where we recorded it and turned it into a facilitated workshop that we've hosted now 3 times around the planet, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's been amazing, and there's so much content and material. We even look through our past notes, and we're facilitating it, but we're still things that we forget or things that we never wait, I never heard that before. You still learn, you're still picking up on. So it's just amazing how much information is packed into this workshop.
It is definitely packed.
Yeah.
And if you're familiar with Inelia's work, you can probably relate to how sometimes you need to reread a sentence or read an article again or a book again just because there's so much in it. This is like that times 100.
But you get it all recorded on video, you get transcripts, you get the audio recording, so you can always go back to it, get access to that material.
Yeah.
But with it, now that we're looking at this new year and the energies of iBenz Academy, we also revamped it. We looked at it and kept the core material. None of that has changed, but the layout has changed. So it's a 4-week workshop, which is really awesome, but it is definitely a workshop.
Yeah.
It's one of those where you come into it already prepared, that you've done your prerequisites, you're ready to rock. There's homework, there's proactive engagement with the other folks, the other students in the class, with our facilitators, labs. So it's definitely one of those workshops where you work for it, but you get you get out of it what you put into it.
100%,
for sure.
100%. It's amazing. But it's true. It is a workshop in the sense that we are the ones who are responsible for our work, right? So what we put in is what we get out. And what's great about this facilitation is that, like Ash was saying, you can rewatch lectures, you can take detailed notes, you can look at transcripts just to see, did I understand that word correctly? You can really take your time and go into great depth with the material. And through this depth comes a richness of experience where this type of content and work can really change your life in ways that it's truly just almost like hard to express with words. It's just so transformative.
Yeah, I was thinking about that this morning, knowing like what we were going to talk about today on the podcast, and thinking about the time being in the workshop and also facilitating the workshops, and it 100% is stepping out of passivity. And that is one of the lectures is what it's titled, but it really is. It's like stepping out of being passive and in the passenger seat, if you will, in your life, and stepping into being in the driver's seat full on. Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, and because of that, there's also responsibility, and there are elements that you gotta have the tools to be able to understand that and drive, right? Mm-hmm. It's not just putting everybody in the driver's seat and say, all right, good luck, you know? So that's why there is so much information in the workshop. But the connections that are formed, the relationships, I think like every workshop, people have like continued to stay connected, continue to maybe manifest things together, or even smaller groups form. Like it's just been amazing.
It's so amazing. Yeah. Because once you start to see the rules of engagement and how the matrix really works, you can't unsee it. I mean, if you want to, I guess, but all of our students, after we've taken the workshop, we've seen how they incorporate this knowledge in day-to-day, or continue on manifestations, or bring it forth in their work and in their lives. And that's the iBenz method. That's like taking the empowerment tools and putting it into our everyday lives. And it's just so cool. We start to look at the world differently and do it from a conscious creation standpoint, and use the steps in the process through the mundane and the big decisions and everything in between that happens in our lives. And it's just so powerful. It's just so empowering and really cool, honestly. It's just cool to see how to instantly manifest and see it happen and have that experience of, oh my gosh, it just happened. It's just awesome.
So with that, we've got the Instant Manifestation Workshop coming up in May, which is exciting, but we are also offering it each season. So now we have another one that will be in the summertime, we have another that will be in the fall, and then in the winter, and all of that is on our website at iBenzAcademy.com. And we've included payment plan options as well. So we're really excited because that's part of like the revamp of iBenz Academy and what we're doing, rather than just kind of, you know, one workshop to the next workshop and we take some time off in between. And it's, for us, I think our journey has really been like working through firewalls of that, like really stepping into being entrepreneurs and stepping into that energy and making it accessible and available to all of you in convenience, right? So we've made that now more accessible. So there's plenty of options there to work with your schedule, plan it out, you know, gather your friends and just pick a date that you want to sign up for. And with it, we also have done the same thing with the Power Objects Workshop. So now that is on our calendar throughout the year as well, and you'll see it there on the website. The next one coming up is in April, which basically is like 2 weeks from now. So that's super exciting because I think that workshop has just been, it's one of those where it's the difference from, like you can't compare like the Instant Manifestation Workshop and Power Objects because they're so different. And one's very, very specific to making power objects. But the Power Objects Workshop, you definitely are doing work in it, but it comes with like, I would say it's more like of a baseline learning around mysticism that we're really focusing on. And so, you know, you don't have so much of like the nature of reality and understanding how to work with the matrix like you have in the Instant Manifestation Workshop. And so because of that, it's really been one of those workshops where I think it's just been like really fun and like energizing and empowering. And there's a lot that you can do with it beyond just the workshop. There's a lot that you can create. You can put towards creating a business or enhance your business, or just use it for your own personal benefit or the benefit of those in your lives.
Yeah, and the Power Objects workshop is very fun and creative, and it's beginner friendly. Like, there aren't prerequisites. It's not an art class. Anyone can take this, whether you're a professional artist or someone who's never done arts and crafts in their life. And the point is that you are learning those fundamental mystical skills, like mystical etiquette. How do you work with energies to infuse objects and make them powerful for you and others on the planet? And doing that in a street smart way, right? And also going where inspiration goes. It's just so beautiful. And when we were looking at the energies, we saw that the human collective was like, yes, we want more of this. We want more beautiful objects of power around the planet. We want these high frequency co-creation experiences. We want people to have this skill, to bring it back to us in a conscious way, because these are just capacities of us, the human collective. It's stuff we've just forgotten, and now we're remembering how to learn how to do it. And you'll learn in the workshop that power objects are used all the time, everywhere. It's just now we're the ones who are becoming aware and conscious and doing it, which is super cool. But the energy is more like beginner. It is a month-long workshop as well, so it's 4 weeks. And there is that collaborative co-creation with your students, your other students and your peers, which is amazing. The relationships we've seen formed and the sharings overall, the folks showcasing what they've created is just so inspiring and amazing. And so when we saw the human collective was like, yep, we want more of this, it's like, okay. So there you have it. Power Objects Workshop. It's going to be offered every month of the year. Why? Because we all need to learn this. Honestly, it's an important skill. It's an empowering skill. And it's fun and creative and inspiring and super cool.
So with that too, like as Kara mentioned, like looking at it with like scanning the human collective and seeing, okay, next, what other classes should we create? What other things should we do? We have the Power Objects Workshop, we have the Instant Manifestation Workshop. What else should we do? And we were looking at it, and the funny part is, it's like, and talking with Inelia about it too, it's like the human collective wants it all.
All of it. We want all the things.
So we've got some fun things that are coming up. We have some classes that are, they basically are created from books that are no longer available or sold online or anywhere. If you have one from back in the day from a Inelia Benz original, circa, 1990 something maybe.
Way before she went public.
Yeah. So we have some of those, which was really exciting because we are turning those now into an online workshop that we can take, and you can have access to that information as well. More to come on those. But we also have some other content that's coming up that's super exciting, that for us it's like we do this in our daily life, or we want to be able to do this in our regular life. And so we're like, let's create those workshops. Let's build out more on that material and that information.
Yep. So, long story short,
more to come.
Really exciting, fabulous workshops that you guys are going to love. And this is the time, right? It's spring, we're planting seeds, we're looking ahead of the year, and we want to plant the seeds of high frequency to help you step into your power and co-create the new paradigm. And by doing that, through learning these tools in a co-creative group collaboration, that's where we've seen like the power really go exponential, which is so cool. So we have a lot in the works, and we'll be sharing some updates and announcements of those new classes in the weeks to come. But for now, Power Objects and Instant Manifestation.
What's the best way for you to stay tuned? Here, listen to our podcasts, subscribe to the newsletter, and get on our Telegram, Facebook, Instagram. We're posting regularly there, so you can see what's going on. We'll keep you informed. But yeah, we're just excited because everything's been like moving quickly. There's a lot going on and a lot that we're going to offer, but we're ready for that. Like, we're ready to bring this to a larger scale, to the Human Collective, and here we go.
Yeah, the Human Collective is us, and we made this request. We want to learn the skills to embody the new paradigm in our day-to-day life. And we don't have to do it alone. In fact, it's way more fun when we do it together. And the upcoming opportunities to do that are going to be fabulous. So with the Instant Manifestation Workshop, we'll be offering that in May, like we shared before. But also, take a look at our website and plan ahead. If you can't do May, consider summer, fall, or winter. And get ready. Do what you need to do to prepare. Mm-hmm. And we've said this before in podcasts and newsletters in the past, but when you join an IPA workshop, it's almost like the work begins as soon as you made that decision. Maybe you haven't even signed up yet, or maybe you just signed up, but it's like all of a sudden you're like, whoa, I've got to do things to make this happen.
Yeah, it's like tapping into that consciousness stream of that information.
Yeah,
and it starts to come together already.
Yeah, so the work is super inspiring, empowering, and give yourself the space to show up. And we have a lot of ways in which you can do that throughout the year. Some sooner than others, but we're just gonna have so much fun in the new workshops to come.
Yeah, we're definitely in creation mode too. So if there are things that you're interested in that you'd like to see, let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Lots of ways that you can connect, like I said earlier, Telegram, social media, we're there.
Yes.
But yeah, let us know what you think. If there's things that you'd like to see. Now is the time that we're doing a lot of course creation, workshop creation. So
yep,
it's here.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.